More than 30 years of experience in one of the most demanding and competitive sectors. Today, we're one of the leader company. Our staff is highly qualified. Since 1984, we've been working on surface preparation and paint application in the maritime and industrial sector. We have experience and professionalism. Because of that, we have the maintenance of the Spanish Army, the strategic projection vessel Juan Carlos I, the aircraft carrier Príncipe de Asturias, and our school vessel Juan Sebastián Elcano. And we keep growing. We are the future. In new constructions, we've worked in numerous projects such as the new constructions in the shipyard of Puerto Real and La Naval of Sestao. And we also have been immersed for more than 10 years in complex and exciting projects in collaboration with Dragados Offshore. A bet that has been rewarded by Nexen Petroleum UK Limited and led us to be contracted for the surface preparation and treatment of the Buzzard Process Deck project, and later successfully completed the Snow B and Adriatic LNG projects. We have experience, we have professionals, and we have opted for new projects to avoid environmental damages and loss of lives. Today, we are specialists in passive fire protection application. We are trained and certified. Surfaces preparation, application of anti-corrosive treatments, painting and finishing of vessels, tank coating, passive fire protection application, thermal spray application, cleaning and naval boiler. That is one of our most significant work of the precision and perfect coordination. We are the offshore works specialist. We are growing because we are investing in training. Nowadays, Gaditana de Choro y Limpieza is a specialist in passive fire protection application because we have human and material resources for its correct application. We are certified by leader manufacturers in this sector such as Shartec from Asco Nobel and Pinchar XP from PPG. The last disasters that occurred in oil platforms have forced us to look for systems to protect the steel from more dangerous fires, jet fire, which generate temperatures of 1400 degrees, melt structures, and even worse, cause loss of human lives and environmental disasters. The action of those systems led to an expansion of intumescences from the inner layers, achieving the protection of the structural steel, piping, supports, and tanks. The final target lays in having the time to extinguish the fire and evacuate the staff. Technical and human resources. Gaditana counts with the technical resources for the application of this system. The equipment has to be of high standard because the proportion of the mix need to be accurate in order to get to an homogeneous product. Gaditana counts with the most qualified human resources. For a CEO inspector of level 3, homologation of blasters and painters in accordance with the Norwegian standard NOSOC M501, and homologation of staff for the Shartec application. It would be impossible to work on so many complex projects without training and the fulfillment of the international normatives such as the OSAS 18001, ISO 9000 and ISO 14000. Our professionalism and training are our best assets. Because of that, we work with Dragados Offshore in the Jasmine project for the construction of a platform in the difficult waters of the North Sea. The final client being ConocoPhillips Petroleum Company UK Limited. The South Arnie Phase 3 projects for HESS Denmark. Ekofisk 24Z project for the ConocoPhillips Norge. When come the time to confront challenges such as the Jasmine, Precision is the most important concept. Everything has to be prepared and executed with accuracy. Because of that, the beginning of the process starts with a previous study of the project in collaboration with our client Dragados Offshore. During that study, we defined the thickness and how to act depending on the structure in which we work and its final location. In the case of an oil platform located in the North Sea, the environment can be very aggressive. The structure will be exposed to the weather, high winds and humidity. The previous study is fundamental for its design. We have the required human and technical resources so that nothing can go wrong. Any failure would lead to millions of euros in losses. Therefore, we apply a zero tolerance policy towards mistakes. Once we have identified in the previous study the risk to which the structure will be exposed, the protocol of action is also determined. First of all, we tackle the blasting process, which consists in the preparation of surfaces with blasting grades SA212. Particles of abrasive are propelled at a high speed. These particles must be uniform and with the appropriate size. It is considered as being the most suitable method of surface preparation before the painting process. Trained staff, thanks to the direct application of abrasive blast, will get the steel to be completely clean and with the appropriate profile for the surface. The staff in charge of the treatment of the steel with anti-corrosive paint using spray application method is highly qualified. The paint will also be applied in areas of difficult access. Everything has to be completely covered with the correct thickness. Once the steel is treated by blasting and later on painted, the surface will be inspected to determine if it's adequate for the passive fire protection application. The precision will be again a determinant factor in this point. The ratio of the mix, pressure and temperature will be checked with an appropriate equipment, as the proportion of the mix needs to be right so that the product is homogeneous and can resist to fires of up to 1400 degrees. Then, the process of passive fire protection application begins. Each phase of this application process requires professional workers who must be always and perfectly protected. We adapt their clothing according of the work they perform. That is what we call PPE, personal protective equipment, such as face masks, gloves, safety glasses. We work in this sector because we are certified to do so. We work in passive fire protection because we've been selected by a leaders manufacturer in this sector. We hold a high standard of quality and safety because our staff has received the necessary theoretical and practical training. And also because we own the necessary equipment for this application. We are a safe bet because we deliver a quality product before the deadline given. Professionalism is vital so that nothing goes wrong. Once more, we only work with specific professionals for each application phases of the process. The passive fire protection applications start with the first coat applied by airless spray, the installation of the mesh, and the use of trowels and rollers to obtain an homogeneous surface of the product. Then, there will be a quality check to inspect thickness and the correct application of the material. We have paint inspectors who hold FROSIO and PFP certificates. After that, a second coat of the product is applied, and there will be another quality check to ensure that the correct thickness is achieved and the material applied in accordance with the specifications given. We are tight. The process goes through 4 quality controls. The first one is carried out by Gaditana. We evaluate the ambient conditions, ratios of the mix, thicknesses, and visual control. The second control is carried out by Trakatos Offshore. The third one is down to the manufacturer of the product, and the fourth one is the final custom control. We are rigorous and deliver on time. We are rigorous and deliver as per the international normative. We are homologated. Gaditana de Choro y Limpieza. We are the leaders in paint application in the maritime and industrial sector. We are specialists in offshore work, and we've been selected by leader manufacturers in the application of the products for the passive fire protection. We keep growing. We are the present and the future.